Good evening. The NYU Reynolds program in social entrepreneurship is pleased to welcome you to its second installment of the 2008-2009 Social Entrepreneurship in the 21st Century Speaker Series, featuring Craig Newmark, founder and customer service representative of Craigslist. My name is Lizzie Hetzer, and I'm a 2007 Reynolds Fellow and Master's Candidate in Educational Theater at the Steinhardt School here at NYU. I'm excited to have the opportunity to introduce you to Craig Newmark tonight. Like Craig, I believe in the power of people and communities in my work as a teacher. And as a blogger, I have faith in the power of the web and networking. I hope you will all check out the Reynolds blog and join in on our conversation on social entrepreneurship. You can access it via the Reynolds website, www.nyu.edu/Reynolds. So I'd like to start by asking you all a few questions. Raise your hand if you've ever searched for or found an apartment using Craigslist. Yeah. What about gotten a job or looked for a new job using Craigslist? A lot of us, huh? Bought some sofa or some furniture on Craigslist? Located a missed connection? All right, maybe not. I know I certainly owe a few thank yous to Craigslist for helping me find my first freelance writing job, my very first apartment in New York City, the movers to get me there, the furniture to make it my own, and several jobs and apartments since then. Craig and his list started small in San Francisco in 1995. The idea was to let people in the Bay Area know about arts and technological events. Nothing more. And then something curious happened. People started using it for all sorts of other things, like apartments, getting technical help, selling things. And then it spread, first to Boston, Chicago, LA, New York, then Sacramento and Atlanta, and then London. In 2004, it went international to non-English speaking countries, starting in Amsterdam, Paris, and Bangalore. Fast forward 13 years from those humble beginnings. Craigslist has expanded to 570 cities and 50 countries across the globe. It serves 12 billion, with a B, page views a month, with over 50 million unique visitors. It's the 9th most visited site in the United States and the 47th most visited site in the world. And this was done, Craig would tell you, without a business plan. Don't tell your professors that. Rather, it worked simply by letting the people who use it decide what's on it. And it is this focus on the customer that has defined Craigslist and made it what it is today. Craig Newmark's title is not CEO. He hired Jim Buckmaster for that. His title is Customer Service Representative. Not to rest on the success of Craigslist and to build on this networking model, in 2000, Craig founded the Craigslist Foundation. It identifies itself as a community catalyst. Rather than funding individual organizations, as a normal foundation would, it offers resources like its nonprofit boot camp, community leaders who will impact our society. Just like Craigslist is about people helping people, the foundation helps people help. What Craig Newmark has done is recognize the power of people and their connections, valuing human interaction to help one another and to create change. So thank you, Craig, for realizing the power of connecting people, and it is my pleasure to introduce you to Craig Newmark, founder and customer service representative of Craigslist.
Folks, thanks. That was much too kind. But I'll be going through a little bit of the history of Craigslist, what we've learned doing it, and then a bit about, well, what I'm doing now just personally, given the sense of mission I have now, and what I'm doing to go beyond Craigslist in a number of ways. a recurring theme is that there's nothing really altruistic or noble or pious about what I've done or what we've done as a site. It's just something that feels right, which kind of derives from, I guess, stuff we all learned as a kid. A recurring theme will be not only thinking about those things, but then following through, and then following through some more. Also pervasive will be the notion that I speak from the perspective of nerd culture. I did grow up not terribly far from here in New Jersey, and you should be thinking, what exit? And you know, the deal is in high school I really did have a plastic pocket protector, really did have thick glasses taped together, and really did have the social skills associated with that stereotype. But it meant that in a small way I had some idea of what it felt like to be left out. And now, of course, the net is about including everyone. And that's one of the implicit messages of the whole Craigslist thing. And that's a big part of what we're about. Now, I have plans to talk a little bit about Craigslist history and, again, what we've learned doing it and all that jazz. And, again, what we've learned and applied outside of Craigslist. But on the other hand, if you folks have questions, I'm happy to forget about what I might normally say and just go into Q&A. But whenever folks here feel right about that, just start. Okay. The idea is that now, yeah, we do have a reasonably successful site. You know, it's classifieds for the most part. You know, but we also have discussion boards and so on. But you know, classifieds, you know, that ain't bad, and it really helps out. Really helps people out. Only recently did I discover, in a deep level, did I really figure out that what we're about is kind of like being a flea market. People go to flea markets or marketplaces like that, like a mall. They go as much for socializing with other people as they do to do a little commerce. And frankly, the first place that really began to sink in was at a flea market near Tompkins Park. A trip here I was making about 5 years ago. I like to wander around neighborhoods for fun and just see what trouble I get into. A bad habit I have sometimes is if I pass a apartment brokerage I recognize, I will drop in and say hi. The pattern is pretty much typically disbelief and panic, followed by photography. I actually passed by one on the way here, but I didn't think I had the time, so I passed on that pleasure now. Yeah, the deal is that, technically speaking, you know, I am founder and, for that matter, chairman, but I make a living doing customer service. I haven't done any of it now for about 20 minutes, but that's what that is what I do for a living. I'm trying to get down to half time right now because customer service on the net, particularly if you're moderating discussion boards, can take a lot out of you because you will see a lot of abusive behavior. And in particular, a few weeks ago or so, we saw a lot more racist material being posted. It's diminishing now, but it's still kind of hard to take. And people who are in journalism, as you write things and have commenting sections and all that, you will have unpleasant experiences if you haven't already. You'll be seeing a certain amount of that. And as you enter your career, you're not going to have anyone who's going to filter that for you. I don't have anyone to filter that for me, and that's just life right now.